Hi, I'm Sarah with People for Bikes. Thanks for joining us in this series as we share our passion for making biking better for everyone. One of the tools that People for Bikes has created is our Places for Bikes City Ratings program. City Ratings looks at how easy and comfortable it is to navigate a city via bike and gives a score between 1 and 100. Our City Ratings program analyzes the detail of every street, trail, and bike lane in your community to understand how easy it is to ride your bike comfortably and get to the places you want to go. Our algorithm creates a connectivity score for more than 20 types of destinations, like schools, parks, trailheads, grocery stores, and public transportation. We combine this connectivity score with feedback gathered from thousands of people. Then, each year, we release our ranking of the best cities for bikes. Knowing how your city scores is only the first step to improve biking where you live. Once we're able to assess the quality of your community's bike network, we can recommend strategies that will raise your city rating score. We spoke with Jennifer Toole, founder and president of Toole Design, about 4 simple actions that any community can take to remove barriers to biking and encourage more people to ride. Jennifer has over 30 years of experience planning and designing multimodal transportation systems. A certified planner, Jennifer has a strong background in urban design and a keen understanding of how to design streets that work for all users. First up, making our streets slower makes our streets safer.
We know bicyclists are safer when speeds are lower. Studies show that when bicyclists are hit by vehicles going at higher speeds, that they are more likely to suffer serious injuries and death. And so we want to get those speeds down closer to the speed at which a bicyclist rides. Higher speeds make bicyclists feel very unsafe, and studies have shown that higher speeds cause anxiety not only for bicyclists but for motorists as well. So that means that fewer people will ride bicycles if the speeds in your community are higher.
Lowering speed limits is an important first step, but great bike cities pay attention to all of the details, leaving no street, curb, or intersection out of their planning.
A community can't be safe for bicyclists unless you take care of the intersections. And that is often the most challenging part of any kind of street design, is making an intersection good for bicycling. Really goes back to slow speeds and slowing down turning vehicles. Drivers who are going slower are much more likely to yield. And then we need to make sure that all of the users in the intersection are visible to each other. So the location where the bicyclist crosses the intersection is critical. We need to make sure that the driver has a very clear field of vision and doesn't have to crane their neck to see an approaching bicyclist. The other strategies are some sort of basic nuts and bolts of good intersection design. The intersection has a signal that is triggered by approaching traffic. We need to make sure that that signal detects all of the users who approach the intersection, not just the motor vehicles.
Our busiest streets are often the places we're all trying to get to, no matter if we drive a car, ride a bike, walk, or take public transportation. When we all come together, protected bike lanes stand out as a way to make the rules of the road clear for everyone.
The higher the speed of traffic, the more separation is needed between the travel lane for motor vehicles and the travel lane for bicyclists. Bicyclists do not like to operate in close proximity to high-speed traffic, and studies have shown that motorists don't like it either. As you can imagine, people who are not as confident riding bikes don't want to operate next to higher speed traffic. That might include parents with children, people who are new to bicycling, even people who've biked for a long time don't want to operate next to high speed traffic. So that's what a protected bike lane provides, is that protected space so that people can feel safe and have that degree of separation from the noise and discomfort of that high-speed traffic.
Making biking better isn't always about building more bike lanes. Sometimes we have to think outside of the box. In this case, expanding public transportation options creates new ways for bikes to flourish.
Bicycling and transit really go hand in hand. If you look at countries with a higher mode share of bicyclists around the world, what they have in common is not only good bicycle infrastructure, but also great transit systems. And they have made good connections between those bike networks and their transit facilities. So train stations are connected to the bike network. There are options to leave your bike and then board the transit vehicle, or in some cases, bring your bike onto that transit vehicle. If you want to create a system that really makes it possible to get around without driving a car, you really need both modes, because the bicycle handles those short trips and the transit handles the longer trips.
No matter your community's size or starting place, you can take steps today that will have immediate and lasting effects on biking in the future. We guarantee that if you successfully implement projects that address these common barriers to biking, your city rating score will increase and your community will see more people of all ages and abilities out on two wheels. Visit our City Ratings website for more tools and resources that will improve the health, livelihood, and future of our streets, cities, and the planet. Together, let's create a better world through bikes. Visit the City Ratings website to access resources and tools to help your community build better bike networks.